Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is oXevo. In today's video, I am finally here to do my 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross tutorial and walkthrough. I'm going to talk about most of the things you guys need to know in the beginning, especially if you're just starting out. So this video is more so for people who haven't downloaded the game and are interested in downloading it. So if you've already been playing for like, I don't know, a few weeks or so, this game has only been out for, I believe, let me see here, like 2-3 weeks at most. I think it's more like 2. So like, yeah, this game is quite new. So if you're already like playing it and you already know what to do, you know, this video, you might still be able to learn something like you didn't know. But anyways, I'm just gonna walk you guys through it. I'm gonna tell you guys who to summon for, how to play, how to get the most out of your grind, things like that. So if you haven't downloaded this game and you're interested, please hit the thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna go through the first tutorial now. I'm not really going to show this because this is very straightforward. They just tell you what to do, and the real things really start after the tutorial. So, you know, it starts off like this, and you do this mission, which will come up soon. I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of it because once again, it's really kind of pointless. So as you guys can see, it just like shows you like how the game works, but you don't really actually get to tap anything right now. So I'm only going to talk about it once you can actually move around and tap. So this is really pointless. You guys got this. This isn't anything hard or ridiculous to comprehend. Alright, so we finally made it through the first tutorial. That was very straightforward. I really didn't show you guys much because it's for real. As I said a bunch of times, that's very easy. Now I did want to mention that when there's a cutscene and if you don't want to watch it, you can tap the screen and go to the upper right corner to skip it. That allows you to do it. I can't really show that right now. Actually, maybe if I click on this, let me see right here. All right, so this tutorial right here, we actually get to fight. Now this one's also very straightforward, but I'm also going to talk about a little bit more. But before we even get further down the road, I want to tell you guys that this game is, oh, by the way, here's the skip. You guys see that right there? Anyways, now this game is only out for JP and Korea right now. So if you want to download it, there are a few ways you can go around it. Like on your computer, you can download an Android emulator such as Nox or BlueStacks, or you guys can make a Japanese iTunes or Google Play account, which allows you to download from that store. Now, those are quite simple. There are other videos online to show you guys how to do it, but I'll leave links down below to Nox and BlueStacks in the description box, so you guys can, you know, go ahead and download those if you want to. Now, yeah, now let's hop back into the game. So this is where the first fighting comes along. It's very simple. You know, it's more like a turn-based type of game. I don't really know what to compare it to. Yeah, in terms of mobile games, there's nothing I compare it to. So you can tap right here to the enemies. That's how you lock on. You select a move from either Meliodas, who's the main character, or Elizabeth, in the tutorial that is as of now. So you select cards, and that's what attacks people. That is very good, but of course it's a little repetitive, meaning that it's not free roam in terms of the fighting. The story itself and running around, it is free roam and you get to run around, but the fighting itself is more turn-based and strategical. It's kind of reminding me of like a Final Fantasy game, and that it's like, yeah, it kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy games. If you guys ever played Final Fantasy, let me know down below, because yeah, that's what it kind of reminds me of, how you go, you know, your turn, then the enemy's turn, your turn, then the enemy's turn. So yeah, that's very cool and all. I really like it. It's simple, but it looks good, you know, like the animations are great, the ultimate like looks great, things like that. So I really do enjoy it. I don't have a problem with it. It's just that a lot of people don't enjoy games like these, so this is still worth for you guys to know. But I'll show you guys like the running around and the actual story mode, things like that, because that's quite unique for a mobile game overall in terms of like anime ones. So yeah, if you're already turned off by the way you have to fight in this game, yeah, just stay tuned for a little bit because you might change your mind. Now, this is what it teaches you. So if you combine two 1-star cards like this, first of all, it takes away a space from the amount of attacks you can select. The amount of attacks you can select is based upon how much people you have in your team. So you actually can select up to 3 people and you use 1 as a substitute. We'll get into that a little later. But yeah, each time you move around a card to synthesize them together, you take away 1 space. So because I did that, I am only able to use 1 attack here. So yeah, that's also a good thing. It's very easy. It's a very easy combat system, way easier than a lot of mobile games actually. So it is very simple, but it's also quite fun. So that kind of covers the fighting kind of. I mean, it really is simple. Another thing to know is what type of abilities there are. There are healing abilities, there are counterattack abilities, there are ultimates. Now these ones, the purple ones right here, those are ultimates. So yeah. And also, if you do not want to select any more cards, you can tap onto one of the card selection things right there so you can cancel it. So that's always good. So you can so you can save up your card. So that's always good to know. So yeah, that was an ultimate. It looked pretty cool. So let's just hop right on to the next section. I think the fighting is very straightforward, right? Yeah, I think it is straightforward. So let's just hop into the more in-game things. Alright, so you have to do one more of these story quests right here, just so you can go into the actual main village. This one's also very simple. It's just you're the one who actually is fighting for themselves. Another thing to know is just I don't want to bore you guys by me going through the entire tutorial. So another thing they're going to explain is the elements. So you have red element, a blue element, and a green element. Those are the only 3 as of now. However, there will be, I believe, 2 more coming very shortly. So that's another thing to know. But we'll get more into that once again a little later. So it tells you what to select, things like that. And the one that has swords on the cards itself, those are the attacks. The one that has a sword, I mean the yellow sword with a shield behind it, those are counter attacks or defensive ones. So that's good to know. The one that has a skull, that does some type of effect or debuff. And of course the heal one is a green cross. So those are very simple once again. And this tutorial right here, the one I'm going through right now, this just talks about the elements and who to use. So it's really not important. You guys can figure that out. See, as I said right here, it tells you about the elements. So red is strong against green, green is strong against blue, blue is strong against red. So it's very straightforward, very similar to most of the games. Alrighty, y'all. So after you finish the tutorial, you end up going into the first main town. Now, so far in this game, you only have 6 chapters or 6 towns to go through. It is a fairly new game, so, you know, of course, that makes sense. Now, this is where everything happens. This is like the main area. This is where you get to get your login bonuses. This is where you can do other things in the game, such as cooking. Yes, you can cook in the game. Food boost your stats or anything like that. So that's always, I always loved games like that. Kind of reminds me of Zelda as well. This game, it's almost like a mobile game for Zelda. If you guys ever played Legend of Zelda, it's very similar. Like the entire feel, how you play, how you run around, how you have to cook. It's very similar, especially to Breath of the Wild, the newer Zelda game. Very similar. So I do enjoy this a lot. And also, I wanted to let you guys know, if you do not know the anime, you do not need to, like, be discouraged to play this. It's still an awesome game, regardless if you know the anime or not. So, like, I wouldn't be discouraged by that, for real. I didn't even start watching the anime when I first played this. I started it, like, literally the day after. So, like, for real, do not be discouraged, because, like, it's still an awesome game. You don't really need to know much about the anime to play this game. That's really, like, my take on it. So, after you finish the first little tutorials, you go into the first summon, the first multi. Now, this is a guaranteed SSR. In this game, you have regular, rare, super rare, and super rare. Now, the super rares can be upgraded to super rare and also ultra rare. And super rares can only be upgraded to ultra rares. So, in this game, how things work is that SR units, regular SR units, they are actually pretty good. Some of them are actually worth to keep and level up. And SSR units, now, the one you want to get from this first multi is either Meliodas or Gauther. If you don't know who they are because you do not watch the anime, Meliodas is the main character, the blonde hair right there, and Gauther is the one in the pink hair right there. So, those two are really, in my opinion, the best. The others are just fine, for real, but in my opinion, if you want to have a good account, you want to go for either Meliodas or Gauther. The reasons why Gauther is, he has good abilities, like, one of his cards, he stuns the enemy or, like, takes away one of their abilities. So I don't really know how to explain that well, but that's what he does. And he also has an AoE attack, which is quite rare to have in this game. So that's why Gauther's really good. And Meliodas, well, he's just a damage king. And what I mean by that is, like, oh my god, I'm gonna go into my actual account after I'm done with this tutorial to show you guys everything a little bit more. But anyways, that's really who you want to go for. So this is the first multi. The animations of the summons are actually pretty darn cool. I really like it. I haven't really figured out what each animation means. However, there are already videos on YouTube if you want to go check that out. So yeah, the ult animate, like the summon animations are pretty darn cool. I really do enjoy them. I'm gonna show you guys here right now. So you have Meliodas beating up this giant little, I don't even know what this is. So yeah, it's very, very cool. I really, really like it. And I know this is a guaranteed SSR right now because that's what we usually get, but in other multis, I do not know. Usually you get an SSR when you end up beating the giant monster. That's what I have noticed so far, but yeah, it's cool. I really do like it. So this one, these are how the summon works. You get these crystals popping up and then the character shows up. So in the first multi, the guaranteed character is always going to be the last. Of course, that's how it is for most guaranteed multis. It's either the first one or the last one to show up. So alright, let's just hop right in. So I'm going to just kind of skip through it and show you guys who I get at the end. Oh, another thing worth noting is that gold crystals can change into rainbow crystals. So that's a good thing to know. They do change things in this game when you summon. So that's always good to know because, yeah, that's just good to know. Alright, I believe we got Meliodas. Yes, we did. We got Meliodas. So this account is a good account. I'm actually going to keep this account for my boy Zach because I told him I'm going to make a video on that. And he said if I get a good account, let me give it to him. So yeah, I am going to end up giving this to him. So it was actually perfect. Wow, the first one I did, I got Meliodas. Cool, 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 cool. So after you've done the first multi, it's going to take you through the log and bonuses, and then it's going to take you into the first missions and things like that. We're going to talk about that too as well. So right now you get to select your name. I'm going to actually name this oXevo 77. I don't know why. All right. So I just chose like a name real quick. So after this, you get to your first login bonus. And I believe that's kind of it for like this part right now. Still login bonuses in this game. They are pretty good. Oh, you also get outfits. And the outfits in this game, you actually get outfits in this game. And what they do is they change your character's not only appearance but also their stats. It can make them a lot stronger. So I'll get into that of course a little later and all the juicy stuff, y'all. So we're just getting started. So after you finish the first tutorial, you have to go into a first little fight just so you can get right here to the main village. So I'm gonna skip into that because it's very easy, y'all. Yeah, the fighting in this game is usually easy as long as your power level is strong enough. Oh, so this is an important thing. Right now, this is what it's teaching you in the tutorial. So, you have your three main characters right here. So, I have Meliodas, Elizabeth, and I actually don't know his name. Anyways, so, right here in sub, what that is that if one of your main characters die, the sub comes in to replace them. So, you will end up having three characters again. Now, the mission only ends if all of your characters dies. So you can even end up playing with one character. So that's awesome because a lot of games just die as soon as like the first main character dies. So that's actually really cool. Now this is the first fight you do on your own. That doesn't explain what to do. It's very straightforward. Y'all just really test around, play around on what each ability does. So that makes it you know, it just makes it easier. You can test it out for yourself. It's really simple. Oh, actually, you know, I'm gonna teach you guys just a little bit because a lot of people wouldn't figure it out by themselves. So if you tap on to a character, that's how you lock onto them. But if you don't tap onto any, the game itself chooses who to attack. So you can really just choose around whichever things you want. Like this move right here from the Meliodas I just summoned, the yellow one. Now that is amazing. Now it deals more damage depending on how much health you have. If you have lower health, that counterattack takes down so much damage. It is so good. Actually, I'm gonna try to show you guys. I'm gonna equip it on the next round right here. So I'm gonna try to get hit by the moose. Let's see right here. Yes, as you guys can see right here, after he hit me, I go up and then strike. Now, of course, I don't take down a lot of damage right now because one, I am weak as of now, and of course, I didn't have any low HP, so yeah. But anyways, that's just kind of to show you guys. I'm just gonna skip forward. Alright, we made it to the main village, and this is where the game gets really fun. I was actually really surprised to see this. I love this so much how they made it's just awesome. And another thing is that the game follows the story of the anime really closely in terms of like the setting and how the villages look when you walk around. It's just really beautiful. I love it so much. So this is how everything looks like when you're in a village. You actually get to run around, which I love. I love games like that. I really do. So right now, I guess we're gonna talk about the quest. So yellow question marks means that it's a main story quest. A blue question mark usually means it's a side quest. So do green question marks, and so do purple question marks. Those are kind of like side quests. The really like main quest question marks are the yellow ones. Now, one thing to note about this game is I'm gonna get into a little further is that it's very easy to do quests. It's quite easy to comprehend them. Some of them are a little challenging, but overall it is very easy. One thing I really love is that if you do not know where to go for a certain quest, if you click on the quest right there on the sidebar up there, and then you click on this yellow icon once you click on the quest, it actually takes you there. So that's really good. If you do not know where to go, it does take you there automatically, so that's always good to have. That's not just for main stories, but it's also for side story quests, so it will take you there wherever you need to go. So that's kind of like a walkthrough on main story quests. They're very easy to follow. You just really press the yellow icon, it will take you there. It will kind of tell you what to do. Now, if you do not know what to do, this is what I also recommend for this game, is do not play it on your phone if you can. So if you can play it on your computer or a tablet or something like that, then play it off of that and use your phone or another device to translate. And what I mean by that is if you download a Google Translate app, you can use your camera to translate the Japanese sentences and words into English ones so you can understand that better. That's one thing to do. Now, I tell you guys to use it because a lot of times I don't use it and I end up messing up things. And y'all, I actually did something really stupid today in the game. I did not know what I was doing. I just went and did it, and I sold something that you really need in this game to level up. I'll explain that a little bit later as well. So I'm just trying to go through this tutorial real quick here. Now, I'm gonna finish this up, and I'm gonna talk more in depth on my own account because that will just be easier. Alrighty, y'all, so I made it back to my main account. Now, this is the one that I've been playing for a long time now. I started this game over like 3-4 times, and so I'm stuck with this one. Like, I'm done re-rolling. I'm just done starting over, even though like I messed up a bunch of times. So now I'm gonna kind of talk about like how to progress on with the game, how to I'm gonna do separate videos on how to level up and things like that, of course, because I do want to start making videos on this game because I just need some more content to do aside from NXB, of course. I'm not quitting NXB. If you're already subscribing, if you're wondering, I'm not quitting that game, so I just want to let you all know, like, this is just another addition to my channel. Now, if you have already summoned and you're not satisfied with your results, this is what I would do. So after you do that little tutorial, you get another 30 gems, so you can do another multi, so do that as well. And then if you're still not happy with what you have, this is what you can do. You can go to settings right here, and you can go to this helmet, and then you can press the top right one right there. Now, if you press OK, it will start over, so I'm not gonna do that. Of course, I do not want to delete this data, so that's just what you would do if you're not happy. Now, what that does is that you do not have to delete the app and re-download it, all of that. What you just only gotta do is go through the tutorial again, so that makes it a little better and saves you just a little bit of time, so I recommend that instead. Now, I'm gonna kind of talk about how to progress through the game and what are main quests, what are side stories. So if you go right here to this bar on the right, this is like the quest bar. Now, the one that is in yellow, as I said previously, this is the main quest. You can do these, and the rest are usually side quests. Now, most of the gems that you can get are from side quests, and another thing that's worthy to note is when you do side quests, like a bunch of them, if you click right here on the second icon on the bottom on the scroll, and you go here to the very right here, if you do like a bunch of side quests, you get like a bunch of rewards, a bunch of coins, a bunch of gems. So that's the fastest way to get a lot of gems. So just keep doing the main story and the side quests. Just do as much as you can. Now, yeah, that kind of covers those type of things like the quest. Now, they're very easy. As I said before, if I want to continue either quest that I want to do, I click on it and I press the yellow icon, and you guys will see that it will automatically take me there. So this is awesome. Now, if you haven't done these little icons, like Now let me show you guys. If you guys haven't done the roads, like you haven't finished the roads, you see that little yellow icon right there? Now this means that I haven't completed that. So you have to fight before you enter that location. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to want to show you guys. So yeah, if you're just confused, you're going to have to do those fights just to get to a new location. But that's how you travel around and navigate. Now, I also want to teach you guys that this is the way to navigate between the locations. So you press chapter, you click right here to go to the other location, and then you go right here for the other. So it's very, very simple to navigate. And now most of the times, I'm gonna also explain this, that when you have these little side quests right here, so you see this one that says 0 out of 8. Now if I click on it and I go there, what that means is that it wants me to do that quest 8 times. So there is a lot of grinding to do in this game. If you're not into that, you might be disappointed. There is a lot of grinding required in this game. I love it personally. I love games that you have to grind like from life to death. I just love those. Those are usually my favorite ones. So of course, I'm not going to show this in the video because I do not want this to be forever. Now, to do this quest, I need to be 63k power level. Now, I am not that strong yet, nowhere near. So, I'm not going to even attempt that. I'm just going to leave that for later. So, if you're not strong enough to do a certain quest, just move on, do other quests. And I wanted to teach you guys that each location has a limited amount of story that you can do. So here, the first location that you are in the game, just do all of the stories and then do the side quest. Now, how you know that you're done with a story for that location is that if you keep going on, it takes you to another one. So if it already takes you to another location, just stop it, go back to the first one, and then do the side quest there as much as you can do. After you do as much as you can do, then continue on with the story. That's how I recommend playing this game. Now, you don't necessarily have to follow. You can do as much story as you want and then do the side quest. But if your goal is to summon as much as you want, do the side quest first. So that's my recommendations. Now, I do not know what these are. Oh, these are other little side quests I haven't accepted yet. Now, when side quests appear, this is how they show up. You go up to them, you press on the little exclamation mark, and then you accept the quest. So once you accept it, it shows up right here as new. And if you want to go do it, click on it, press the little yellow button, it automatically takes you there. Now, I don't want to do that just right now, so I'm just really teaching you guys how to progress in this game. Now, team setups and things like that, not too important. Really, just use your strongest units, your SSRs. One thing to note is that if you do the story, a few SSR characters you get for free, which is great, and they are pretty decent. So like this band right here and this king, you get them for free. So that's also very, very great. Now, one thing I want to teach you guys about the summons is that the more you summon, the more likely you are to get an SSR. So it's not really like a step up, but like if you do a multi, right, and you don't get an SSR, this increases, which means right now, if I were to do a multi, I have a 20% chance more to pull an ultimate than the original rate. Now, the more you get shafted, I believe you have to get shafted 5 times to get a guaranteed SSR, but that doesn't mean you can't get one before. I've gotten ones before it, so this is good. This is a good system. Now, the reason, and I want to talk like drop rates. The drop rates are kind of bad. So the drop rates, I believe there's 3% chance to pull an SSR in total. So that's kind of bad. But at the same time, this game is overall very free to play friendly as of now. So it does make sense to have bad drop rates. So I'm not too mad, but it's just to let you guys know the drop rates aren't the best. So just be patient, grind those gems, and then all of that. Now, one thing I want to teach you guys is this. Don't really sell anything, like anything that you get, except for bad things. I'm going to teach you guys the things that you can sell. So, after you progress with the story, let's see, I'm going back to my main location right here. Yeah, let's go back to the main location. So, if you like, if your equipment inventory is already full and you need to sell them, this is what I recommend. If you keep doing the story, you'll unlock Diane right here in your main location. Now she can break down your equipment and give you back material. So like I'm just gonna show you guys like a little tutorial. Like I select 3 right here and you can do that. So that's how you can, those are fine to do. Do not sell like the SSR and the SR ones for now, especially in the beginning. So don't do that. Another thing is this. Now, this is very misleading for me, at least for at first. So I'm just gonna show you guys like a little bit of leveling up. So let's go right here to my Meliodas, right? Where is he? Right there. So Meliodas is right here. Now let's say if I want to level him up, I need 3 of these gems. Now earlier I had 3. I did, but I did something very, very stupid. So if you go to settings and you click on this barrel, this right here, this is not a shop. This is to sell your stuff. So I just want to let you guys know, because I accidentally sold 3 of my pendants like that. Don't do that. Like, y'all, I was really, really, really mad. And those pendants are very, very hard to get. The only way you can do it is like by login bonuses, and you get some in the story. So I'm very mad because I could have made my Melio that's really, really strong. So I'm just telling you guys that so you guys do not commit the same mistakes that I do, because y'all, it was heartbreaking. I almost had like a mental breakdown, no lie, no lie. So the only other way you can get those pendants are, of course, from the story, login bonuses, but this is another way. These are like SP missions, I believe those that's what they're called. This is where you grind for evolution material, and you can get the pendant right here by completing a lot of those quests. So there are other ways, but I'm just letting you guys, do not sell anything that, for real, like, only sell those equipments if you don't need them, and if you're full, just sell the bad ones. And you can also sell these. So go to this shop, and if you can sell these are literally just for money. So you can go ahead and sell these like this. Yeah, you can sell these. So you can sell those treasure boxes or whatever they're called, like suitcases, I guess. Yeah, those you can sell, but the rest I will not sell. Like, don't sell them, because we don't really know what their purpose is yet. So yeah, just keep those for now. And that kind of covers that. Let me see what else I want to talk about in this video, because I do want to make a dedicated one, how to level up, how to like get the most out of your leveling up, how to, yeah, those type of things, like how to build a good team and things like that. So let me see what else I could include in this video. Oh yeah, so this is actually quite important. Like, if there's a quest that you're stuck on and you don't know what to do, one thing you can do is, of course, use the Google Translate app that I told you guys to download, because that's kind of important. But another thing is, you can go to this board right here, and let's see, you can also pull this up this way. Just press on this and just I believe, is it this one? Yeah. So if you're kind of confused on what to do, you can, no wait, that's not a good example. I had one that I didn't know what to do. I had to cook. You can sometimes you have to cook in this game sometimes, and I didn't know what things to use, but I kind of forgot how exactly to figure it out. I believe I clicked on that, and oh yeah, if you click on the food, like if you need to cook a food, this is what you can do. You can click on the food item itself, and it tells you down below which items you need to use to make that dish. So that's important, because a lot of people get stuck on those missions because they don't know which ones to use. So that's a good way to go around it. And I think that kind of covers everything for the beginning. If you want to download this game, let me know down below. It's really, really awesome. I'll leave links down below to how to download it. I believe I didn't mention that for Japanese games, if you have an Android, or if you have a computer, you can use uhhh app. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. It's QOO app, and you have to download that little APK file onto your Android, and then in that app you can search for the game, and then that way you can download it on the Android. Now for iPad or iOS, you would have to make an entire new Apple ID. So this is my recommendation. If you have a phone and an iPad, convert your iPad into the new Japanese iTunes account. Or the easiest way around it is just go on your computer, download BlueStacks or Nox, and also download uhhh app on that to download the game itself. So I think that covers everything I want to talk about. If you guys enjoyed this video, I know it was really, really long, but it's a new game and I had to go in detail, and I still haven't even explained everything. So yeah, if you guys for real enjoy this video, please hit a big thumbs up. I'd really, really appreciate it. And let me know down below if you guys are going to download it. If you guys need any more help, I'll gladly help out in the comment section down below, like with little things. And of course, stay tuned for more videos. I will do more. It's just, this game is also new to me myself, so I don't really know everything 100%, but I got most of it down since I've been playing for, I believe, like 2 weeks now, so I kind of got it down for the most part. Now, yeah, that's kind of really, really it, y'all. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I will see you all in my next videos, and let's leave it at that, y'all. Thank you so much. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd really, really appreciate it, and also hit the notification bell so you won't miss my videos. And that was it, y'all. oXevo is out.